Good morning to all of you. Today I am going to teach literature. The topic of the literature is A Letter to God. It has been written by G.L. Fewbanks. Dear students, before describing summary, theme, gist of this chapter, I am going to tell something about literature. Literature is the mirror of the society. Literature also motivates to follow the sense of the right address. Literature helps us to come from wrong to right, violence to non-violence, and untruth to truth. Literature also soothes our mind. It provides peace. Really, literature is the path that helps to achieve the goal of the life in the right way. There are two parts of literature, mainly prose and poetry. Some of the parts are also novel and drama. But here I am going to teach prose part. The systematic writing is called prose. The way of systematic writing for knowledgeable purpose is called prose. In prose, we get ideas that is written by others, but we understand what are the things that have been written in the prose. In poetry, poetry is the spontaneous of overflow powerful feelings recollected in tranquility. Poetry gives us peace. Poetry gives us sympathy, cooperation. Poetry gives us compassion, and poetry helps us to lead the life smoothly. Here, A Letter to God. It has been written by G.L. Fewbanks. He is one of the greatest writers in the annals of English history of literature. He has written many short stories. This short story is one of them. In this short story, he has described the character of a person whose name is Lencho. Lencho was a good man. He was a right man. He was a religious man. He was a laborious man. He was always spending his time to grow crops. It means he was an agriculturist. He was doing hard labor. And at the same time, he had deep faith in God. He believed in God. He was considering always that God is the mightiest superpower of this world, superpower of this universe. It was his consideration. It was his notion. It was his idea that he was always devoting his time for the devotion of God. There are three things. There are three words that are applied in favor of God. First is omnipotent, one who is very powerful in this world. Second, omniscient, one who knows everything. And third, omnipresent, one who is present everywhere. It means glimpse of God. The presence of God is found everywhere. Here, there, wherever we are, God is present everywhere. God is omnipotent. God is omniscient. He is found in every particle of this world. It is the importance of God. It is the gift of God that He is everywhere. There are many poets who have written in favor of God. George Herbert is one of them. John Donne is one of them. They have written, really, God is everywhere and nothing happens in this world without permission of God. Really, God is God. He is the Father of the fathers. He is the Master of the masters. He is everything in this world. And those who have faith in God, they really get success. They really achieve the goal of life. So, the main purpose of this topic, a letter to God, describes God is everything. God helps everyone. There is a proverb that is also told, God helps those who help themselves. But idea of the helping himself, herself, myself is given by God, that very Almighty. Here, a letter to God has been written by G.L. Fewens. He is one of the writers. He was the inhabitant of Cuba. In this letter, he had described the character of Lencho. I have already told you, Lencho was a good man. He was a right man. He was a religious man. He was an agriculturist. He had a devotion for God, and he was paying always his time thinking about the importance of God, mercy of God, sympathy of God. It was his work. And he was cultivating lands, he was growing grains, and he was maintaining himself and his family. Once upon a time, one year, hail, a storm, hurricane took place and destroyed the crops. It means he was wind. That very Lencho was wind. As crops were destroyed by hails, a storm, tempest. It means one of the natural calamities. Crops were destroyed. That very Lencho became frustrated. He was discreet. He was at a loss what to do or not to do. He was in a fix. He had been suffering from despair, frustration. How would he be able to lead whole of the year as the hail destroyed the crops? Nothing he had to eat. He was thinking always what would happen with him. At that time, by the mercy of God, he started thinking, and at last he got a very fine notion. And he had deep faith in God. He took a pen, he took a paper, and he wrote a letter to God. A letter to God. He wrote a letter to God. And he demanded God, "Oh God, your devotee is in peril. Your devotee is about to die. For this I am writing a letter. I need money from you." And he demanded 100 pesos. That very Lencho, devotee of God, demanded 100 pesos from God. It was his unurgent desire that money would be sent by God. Early in the morning, he got a letter. He went to the post office. He dropped the letter into the box. And after dropping the letter in the box, he started thinking that money might be sent by God. As he had deep faith in God, he believed in God. According to him, God was everything for him. The man who was the postman came and opened the letter box. He got the letter. He found that the address of the letter was on the name of God. Again I am telling, it was found that very postman that the address that was written on the letter was on the name of God. He was in wonder. He started thinking what had happened. Throughout of his life, he did not get such type of letter. He only got the letter on the address of the human beings. This time, he had got the letter on the address of God. He was in a fix what to do or not to do. He was at a loss. Where would this letter be posted? Where would this letter be given? What happened with this letter? Because the address of the letter is on the name of God. Thereafter, he got the letter. He went to the postmaster and he told the postmaster. Postmaster saw the letter. He found really the letter was sent on the name of God, on the address of God. After thinking sometimes, the postmaster came to conclusion that the man who had sent the letter on the address of God was really a religious minded man. He was a devotee of God. He was faithful person of God. It was thought by that very postmaster. And whenever he told the letter, he found 100 pesos was demanded by that very man whose name was Lencho, as his crops were destroyed by hailstones and tempest. That very postmaster called every staff and he addressed the staff. He told the staff the man who had sent the letter had completely faith in God. His faith in God cannot be destroyed, could not be destroyed. His faith in God could not be removed. For this, we have to collect money, and collected money might be sent to that very Lencho, as he is the devotee of God. He believes in God. He considers that God is the giver of bread and butter. God is the protector of this world. God is the master of this world. So, collected money must be sent to that very Lencho. And every staff of that very post office collected money, and 70 peso money was collected, and it was sent to Lencho. Lencho came another day and he got that very money. He counted that very money and he became angry. He started telling something in an unusual way. It was his faith in God that God would might send money, 100 pesos. It was his notion. It was his belief. It was his faith. He thought very deeply that God would might send what he wanted. What was his desire? What he demanded for the letter. But when he counted, money was not as appropriate as it was written in the letter by him. So he minutely blamed all the staff of the post office. He told God had sent the money, but the postmaster had not given the sent money in a right way. Whatever money sent by God was not given. It means that very Lencho considered God might send 100 pesos and rest of the money was kept by that very postmaster or other staffs. Again, he arrived at home. He wrote a letter to God. In that letter, he told, "O God, the rest of the money might be sent. I have not got what I demanded. I demanded 100 peso. I wrote a letter. I went to the post office. I dropped the letter. I came back home. Whenever I went to the post office, I got a letter. In that letter, I got 70 pesos only. I had full belief that money I demanded might be sent by you. This time, money should not be sent by mail, as I do not have faith in them." Really, in this story we find the writer, whose name is J.L. Fluence. He is one of the greatest writers in the annals of English history of literature. He has described importance of faith. He has described importance of belief, and he has shown the man who has believed in God is helped by God. The man who has devoted himself for the sake of God, ultimately he is saved by God. He is served by God. He is given opportunity by God. Dear students, in this context, I do want to draw your attention that you have to understand the importance of God in this world, the importance of Almighty. He is not seen, but He is present everywhere. His grandeur is found everywhere. He is a person of omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent existence. But one thing, it must be in our mind, God help those who help themselves. Another proverb it is told, in this context, God is the giver of bread and butter. That man whose name was Lencho, he had been doing hard labor. He was a good man, he was an honest man, he was a right man, he was a real man, he was a man of full faith in God. He never lost his patience. When hell destroyed his crops, for the time being, he became disappointed. He was dejected and despair. He was frustrated. He started thinking what would happen. But ultimately he got an idea from God, because it was not his own idea. It was the idea that he got from the side of God, so that he wrote a letter to God. And he got what he thought. Actually, here I do want to tell that God has given us everything. God has given us energy. God has given us wisdom. God has given us knowledge. God has given us what not. That is essential for our life. It is our duty that we should know how to use God-given things in a right way, in a creative way, in a positive way, in a purposeful way. Thereafter, we will get the goal of our life. We will achieve the goal of our life. We will get what we think. We will achieve what we like. But we should have command over it. The thing that I want to tell, especially in this context, the poor man, is he or is she in our society who does not have command over himself or herself. The rich man of the society is he or she who have command over himself or herself. So we should have commanding capacity. We should have positive ideas. We should have knowledgeable thoughts, and we should always try our best to follow the path of honesty, truth, dedication, devotion, discipline. These are the things which come from the side of God. And God at the same time provides us compassion, sympathy, what not? Everything we get. But we should have always creative and positive ideas. We should always try our best to do hard labor in an honest way. If we know and learn how to do the hard labor in an honest way, surely, certainly, perfectly, we will be able to achieve the goal of our life. From time to time, natural calamities took place. From time to time, natural calamity take place. At that time, we became disappointed. We lose our faith. We begin to think what should be done and what should not be done. But if we have faith in God, if we have belief in God, thereafter God comes to help us. There are many stories that are written that describe that God ultimately comes to save his devotee, that God ultimately comes to help those who believe in God. So, God does not tell us to be an idle man, to be monotonous, to be dull, to be dreamy. God always tells us to be active, to be energetic, to believe in work, to believe in right purpose, to believe in knowledge, to believe in good action, to believe in work, to believe in sympathy, to believe in cooperation, to believe in attraction, and always try to help others. Along with, always try to show the sense of lovable nature in our society. Here, in this context, I am analyzing the person. He was a man of good idea, but good idea also come from God. When we have faith in God, when we have belief in God, that brilliant so got good idea, he wrote a letter. He did not got what he wrote, but he got partially. He got to continue his life. He did not get frustration after getting 70 pesos. He did not get what he wanted, but he got 70 pesos. It means it was God's benediction. It was God's grace. It was God's gift to him. But God does not come himself. God sends man. God motivates man. God gives us knowledge to man, help the society. Because helping man means helping God. Helping a downtrodden person in the society means helping the gift of God, helping the creation of God. So, always we have tried our best to understand. We should to do a good work in our society. We should have good faith, and we should always come to the position to understand what is right and wrong. always kick the wrong, always avoid wrong, always hate wrong, and always try your best to adopt the sense of the righteousness in life. If we have such type of nature in life, really, surely, certainly, we will achieve happiness in life, pleasure in life. We will get what we think. We will achieve what we like. And everything will be okay in our life as we get the message, summary, a letter to God. It has been described in favor of Lencho. He was not an ordinary farmer. He was a good agriculturist. But sometimes the faith of man is tested in form of natural calamity, in form of unusual events. And that man at first became disappointed, but at last he got an idea, and that idea helped that man. And he wrote later, he got 70 pesos instead of 100 pesos. It was his demand. But here I do want to tell you that you have to go through the chapter again and again, read out the chapter, find out the words, learn the words, how to use in your sentences. And if you are learning words, how to use in your sentences, it means your writing capacity will improve. And if your writing capacity improves, it means you are getting command over your correct writing. For correct writing, first of all, words power. Thereafter, how to use words in sentences. After using sentences, how to describe the theme of the given chapter. Theme, a letter to God. Topic, a letter to God. Written by G.L. Fewens. And when you know the summary, you know the theme, you have gone through from beginning to end of the given chapter, thereafter you will be able to write down in a right way. And if you are writing in a right way, it will be helpful for your knowledge as well as for getting the good marks in your examination. That is your immediate demand. How can you get the good marks? By writing the correct English. By writing the correct English, you can get good marks. For writing correct English, practice. Do practice. Never forget doing practice. If you are adopting the essence of practice, really you will be able to achieve the goal of your life. You will be able to perceive, conceive, receive, to adopt, to get the goal of your life. Your goal of life, to be knowledgeable. Your goal of life, to get the good marks. Your goal of life, to be an ideal citizen. And if you are paying your proper attention towards your studies, towards your work in studies, thereafter you will be able to achieve. Here, a letter to God has been taught. I have summarized it. I have described character of Lencho. In course of describing character of Lencho, I have described he was a farmer, he was a peasant, he was a husbandman, and he was always doing the work in a right way. But sometimes something happens that is not expected. Hail, hurricane, destroyed his crops. For the time being he became frustrated. But he did not lose his faith in God. He did not lose his belief in God. On the basis of his faith and belief, He was motivated by that very Almighty, and he wrote a letter to God. Sometimes it was a matter of wonder, amazement for the postmaster, for the other staff of the post office, but ultimately that postmaster had to realize the man who had sent letter on the address of God had deep faith in God. Really, he was the follower of God, he was the devotee of God, and he was helped. And the man who helped in the days of adversity is known as one of the devotees of God. That very postmaster was also one of the devotees of God. He called all the staff and he told everyone, the man who had sent the letter for the purpose of money was the devotee of God. Money must be collected and sent to him. And money was sent to that very Lencho. Whatever money, that Lencho, God, he was not satisfied. As it was in his consideration, that money was not given what was sent by God. Again he wrote letter God and he requested God, oh God, money should not be sent by mail. Today, in the end of the Sunday, I have taught, I have described. Again I am telling you that you have to go through reading out. You have to learn words. You have to learn application of words. And you have to use the words in the context of this chapter, the letter to God. Thereafter, it will be your proper learning. It will be your legitimate learning. It will be your right learning. Thank you, dear students. Thank you. Whatever I have taught must be followed by you.